In this video, we'll talk about a new feature in version 12, which is the advanced export functionality. So the grid component has always had an export to Excel and export to ASCII function that exports the current data in the grid to Excel or ASCII. But now we have a new action in Action JavaScript called advanced export that uses a report definition to define the structure of the export. So you can see here we have a grid and a button here called export orders. So I'm looking now at the record for this particular customer, and when I click the export orders button over here, you can see that very quickly the AJAX callback takes place. The data gets exported now, and if I go now to open, we can see that here's the data that has been exported, and I'm seeing all of the orders for this customer called Bergs, but I'm not seeing the data in just a boring tabular format. The data is part of a report now. You can see it's automatically been grouped by order ID, and basically I have the full structure of a report definition to define the export format. So let's take a look now. Let's just quickly go, say for example, and export data here for another customer. So click the button, then go ahead and click open, and let's first actually close this down so we don't have a conflict there, and then go there and click the button, and there we go, and there's the data now has been exported. So let's take a look now at how this advanced export functionality is set up. So we'll go back now to design mode, and also let's go to the web control panel. So we can see that at the web control panel we've actually defined a report here. If we go look at the report definition, we'll see that basically the report is based on a join between the orders table and the orders detail table over here. And if we go into design the report, we'll see that the report is grouped on the order ID field. So this is what the preview of the report looks like, showing all customers. And then if we go back to the grid component, which is what we have open over here, and then look at this button, we can see that the action for the button is advanced export to Excel. So that's just one of the actions in Action JavaScript over there. And then if we go and edit this action, we can see that the report name that we're going to use for our export is Northwind underbar orders, and here it says at project report, so we know that this is a project report as opposed to a workspace report. And you can see here that we specified that our export type is Excel, but we could just as easily, for example, have chosen Word, HTML, ASCII, or PDF. So let's go ahead and change it to Word now. And then we specified that the report is going to be filtered on the customer ID in the report is equal to the to an argument called customer ID, and then we've bound that argument to the customer ID field in the current row. So we defined this argument over there called customer ID. We used that argument in the filter expression over here. We can see orders.customerID equals, and then we inserted that customer ID by clicking on that button there, and then we bound the customer ID to the customer ID in the current field. So let's go and see now what happens when we export, when we change our export definition to Microsoft Word. So let's go now to working preview this time, and then click say on Anton, and you can see up comes Microsoft Word over there, and there's the data that we've exported. So we've exported data now to Microsoft Word, and it's a pure RTF document, so it can be edited, etc. So the advanced export functionality gives you extremely powerful export functionality where you can define the export definition using a report definition, and you can export to Excel, Word, ASCII, HTML, and also PDF. Thanks very much for watching.